The soil where we grow on, the ground that we step on, and the land that we live on. Group 3 Soil Guardians present Fate of the Land, the Importance of Land Conservation.
To quickly define the sedimentary cycle, it is the weathering of an existing rock, followed by the erosion of minerals from it, their transport and deposition, and their burial. First cycle sediments contain less resistant minerals and rock fragments. If this material is reworked through a second cycle, the less resistant minerals will be eliminated or altered to more stable products. The more sedimentary cycles a sediment has passed through, the more mature it will become, and it will be dominated by well-rounded, resistant minerals. The sedimentary cycle consists of the following stages. First is weathering, which is the breaking down of rock and its deposit in that place. Second is erosion and transport, which is the removal of newly formed rock and the transport of sediment from one place to another. Third would be deposition, wherein the transported material settles down and reaches its resting point. And lastly, there is lithification, the process of conversion of loose sediments to sedimentary rock.
The phosphorus cycle is a lengthy procedure. The phosphorus in the rocks are washed into the soil by a variety of weather processes. Organic matter in the soil absorbs phosphorus, which is required in a variety of biological functions. Phosphorus is a nutrient that is required by both animals and plants. It's a crucial component of energy-storing molecules like ATP, DNA, and lipids, as well as a crucial component of cell development. The phosphorus cycle begins with weathering. The rain and weathering causes phosphate ions and other minerals to be released from rocks over time. This inorganic phosphate is subsequently distributed throughout the soil and water. This step is followed by absorption by animals and plants. Plants absorb inorganic phosphate from the soil. Animals may then eat the plants, which means phosphorus is incorporated into organic compounds such as DNA from the eaten plants. The third step is excretion and decomposition. As phosphorus-containing compounds from the bodies or waste of marine animals sink to the ocean's floor, new sedimentary layers develop. Lastly, a geological process known as uplift can transport phosphorus-containing sedimentary rocks from the ocean to the land, and the cycle is repeated.
As humans continue to live with their day-to-day activities, our actions can actually cause more harm to the land that we step on. Instances like flash floods, landslides on the higher area of the Philippines, sinkholes, erosion, and contamination of soil by different hazardous chemicals are some of the events that are outcomes of our human activities that are harmful to the land. Some of the human activities that cause these unfortunate events are quarrying or extracting stones and minerals from a quarry pit, mining of coal and other minerals, deforestation from mountains and other forests, and inefficient use of soil. As these activities are done for the urbanization or commercialization of the land, it is causing more harm to the soil and may not benefit us well in the future. Like this one instance in the Philippines, the Sierra Madre or the mountain ranges along Luzon that protects us from the strong winds of the typhoon, it has been used for quarrying and being used for the creation of a new dam. If the Sierra Madre continues to be destroyed like that, the people living in Central down to the South Luzon will be affected by the strong winds of the typhoon during the season. It is important to be aware and alarmed of this situation because sooner or later, we will be living in danger if we do not conserve the land and continue to be ignorant of the possible results in the future.
According to the National Ocean Service, invasive species is a non-native organism that causes harm in the environment, economy, and to human health. These organisms are increasing in number as a result of increasing globalization, and it can have an impact on the environment due to the fact that the ecosystem will have a degradation that can cause loss of biodiversity. Some invasive species are introduced to new area only when on human purpose, such as pest control, pets, or displays. These species have a negative impact on human health by infecting humans due to bites, allergens, and other toxins. Invasive species are introduced in two ways. One is that the humans expand their knowledge and curiosity every day, and these curiosities may lead into mixing of biotic exchange that can cause the introduction of invasive species. Second is that it is spread by human activities unintentionally, as they carry uninvited species when traveling from one place to another. Invasive species are increasing worldwide, as well as the threat in biodiversity, and these new species are responsible for most of the animal extinctions worldwide. As Doherty, Glenn, Nemo, and Ritchie and Dickman write, 30 species of invasive predator are implicated in the extinction or endangerment of 738 vertebrate species, collectively contributing to 58% of all bird, mammal, and reptile extinctions. However, we may do something in order to prevent the spread of invasive species, such as regularly clean shoes and other equipment that are used outdoors, and verify that the plants are non-invasive before buying and the like.
So now what is epigenetics? Epigenetics is the study of heritable changes in gene function that are not caused by mutations in the DNA sequence. In Greek, epi means on or above, thus epigenetic. It refers to elements other than the genetic code. Modifications to DNA that control whether genes are switched on or off are known as epigenetic alterations. Epigenetic alterations impact the synthesis of protein in cells by determining whether genes are switched on or off. Histone alteration is one example. Histones are proteins that wraps around the DNA so that it can fit within the cells. Without them, DNA would be too lengthy to go inside the cells. Another example is DNA methylation, which is the reason why skin cells, brain cells, and muscle cells have different appearances but all have the same DNA. Now, according to scientists, epigenetics are now believed to play a role in the development of several cancers. For example, an epigenetic alteration that silences a tumor suppressor gene, such as a gene that controls cell growth, might result in an uncontrolled cell proliferation. So that's it, and thank you for listening.